Hi there, signs of Gemini. This is Kim, here to do your messages for your next 3 days, opening up to your spirit team and our great angels helping us. I do have a new tarot deck that I'm going to use with for your 3-day energies. It's Todd Alcott's sci-fi tarot, and it is awesome. I love it. I love it. So we're going to use that, and this is Krans Wild Unknown alchemy deck and her archetype deck. Alright, Geminis, let me know how you're doing in the comments. I'm doing fine, by the way. Gemini. It's taking a minute. It doesn't usually take this long. Okay, I was going to say, it does not usually take that long. What's taking a minute? What is something that's been taking a little while? Let's get a couple of these out too, since 2 seems to be the number. See, this one's usually faster, like for cards to come out, but even it is taking a minute. Oh, it's because it's a prayer. Okay, so you are in transition from, it may be a difficult transition that you're going through right now, but there is a prayer that's going to be answered. This Neptune card is so amazing because it's so mysterious. It's so mysterious. I see this card as God works in mysterious ways, and it's an indication for me when it pops up in a reading that there will be a miracle. There will be something miraculous that happens. There will be a prayer answered. And so, yeah, maybe something's taking a while. Maybe something's taking a while. I have the Mother and I have the Comic. I have the Mother and the Comic. The Mother, the Comic. Okay. Could quite literally be a miraculous birth. Just because immediately I can get that from that. But for others of you all, for the majority of you all, it's about loving and nurturing something that you've created. And it's kind of like Queen of Cups vibes here. You could be like one of those people that's the comic in the room. You could be the one that lightens the mood, that is able to see or able to make humor even in a difficult situation. See about this transition, Justice and the Two of Swords. Libra energy, very strong, but this, to me, this is like a huge transition. It is a decision ultimately, and Justice is about your truth, the scales being balanced in different areas of our life, bringing about balance. But yeah, the comic is a good card because it is also it's a hint from Spirit on how to raise your vibration if you feel low or down. See the humor in something. It's important to nurture yourself at this time. It's important to mother yourself. Okay, we're going to pull 2 for each day from this sci-fi deck I have, and then the 108 Oracle, we'll pull 2 more on top of each one. The 9 of Wands, it says the barriers between us on the card. That's interesting. Barriers between us. Nine of Wands is about fortitude, stamina, persistence. It's the wounded soldier that keeps on going, that never really gives up on themselves. It can feel exhausting to be in the Nine of Wands energy, but in a way, like, rewarding too, because of how much you've already been through. You could be healing some mother wounds too from childhood at this time. It could be things that are coming out to be purged, forgiveness coming in. I have the airplane. Nice. So the airplane means that you are going to overcome and take off in some way. Rise above, break free. Some of you could be taking an actual trip. Like this could be a plane trip, a flight, an actual flight. But it says you are in control. Leave things behind, taking off, and listen to your internal guidance system. 10 of Wands. For day 1 energy, which is when you're watching this. 10 of Wands. With the 9 to the 10. And the Page of Wands. Oh, good. It says a new day dawns. This is like giving something your all, you know? Absolutely giving something your all, because you never quit. You never gave up. You knew that one day, whatever you had to lift, whatever kind of burdens you had to bear, that it would pay off. And it is. It's paying off in the form of some sort of, whoa, really good news coming in for you with the Page of Wands. Something that's going to make you feel passionate, inspired, like a child again. So you've given something your all, and maybe you're deciding to go your separate ways or cut cords with somebody. With the Dear John, this can be about telling somebody, hey, you know, maybe you don't feel like somebody is vibrating on the same frequency as you anymore. Maybe you've done a lot of work. Maybe you're different, or something's just changed, you know. So it does say cutting ties, a strange situation. The scuba diver card is interesting because it talks about 0 point here. 0 point. And because I feel like your burdens are going to be lifted by this news, by this good news, it's like you've done so much diving deep or figuring things out for yourself that now you're at 0 point. And 0 point is where everything everything comes together in that one point, everything. And so you expand from that point, and you choose absolutely anything is possible from that point. You go out, when you branch out, you start branching out into a different perspective. I hope that's making sense. Meaning that 0 point is like you've gotten to another level, and now even more is possible. It's kind of like that. It's giving that. I have the 2 of Wands, the 10 of Swords. Whew. Day 2. 10-10. Which 10-10 is talking about patience, probably with this prayer. So you're going to have a new path open up to you here. And we will clarify these, but I see huge completions here. We have 2 10s. This 10 of Swords is one where we've been hurt a lot. We've had a lot of betrayal. And I think because of this, we've already been planning on an ending here. This is not, I'm not telling you something that's a surprise because it's a 10. So something has built up to either be too much, or this Page of Wands new pathway is really tempting. It looks really good. So there's new opportunities, new paths in particular opening up for you. But like I said, I feel like you've planned for this. It's because you want more passion. Well, you're in alignment for that, because I have 4, 5, 6 in alignment. You might want more passion in your life. That might be what this is about. Bedroom says sexual fulfillment, intimacy, sensual pleasure, love affair, nap, sleep, alone time, astral travel, and call it a day. Ballet shoes is stamina, that definitely. Endurance, talent, repetition, poise, and grace. Ooh, exciting. And that's interesting that that's coming, because I saw this card when I was shuffling, like pre-shuffle for your reading. The Six of Cups. It's with the Eight of Wands. So you have some really good communication coming in, and it's from a significant connection. It's somebody that's meant to be on this soul journey of yours. Both of the cards here for news coming in and something like speeding up, making something speed up. Maybe it's a rise is going to speed up. This connection can be for a business. It can be a romantic connection. It can be communication from the past, somebody from the past. It can be communication from somebody that you have a remembrance from. So past life person, maybe a future life person. We are doing sci-fi. In any case, you're going to be feeling like, yes, 9-9. There's a conclusion here. There's the outcome of you being the winner. Wow. Wow. And I have, this is happening now. This is happening now. Well, day 3 is now, isn't it? So you should expect some really good communication here. Good news, good communication. Let's get some clarifying cards so that we can maybe get more information on this. I think you're going to know what the completion is about, though. Like I said, this is not something that's new, something that's gone on. I would really like to know more about some of the good things here, like what are the paths opening up? What are the paths opening up? That it has to do with the Page of Wands, the Empress. Oh. So like this mother energy here, this Empress is really nurturing. It's a nurturing energy. It is a person who is birthing something big to life. If this is a business, it means it's going to grow, it's going to flourish, and it will be bigger than you imagined it to be. She's over all the queens. The queens are about that divine feminine energy. I always think of receiving. So a lot of love is nurturing here, a lot of love. I guess they're wanting to clarify this Ten of Swords with the Five of Cups. An ending that was sad, though it brought a lot of conflict, strife into your life. The Five of Swords too under that. But then we have the Eight of Wands here twice. So but then you get this good news. That's why I don't really want to focus on this too much. But 5-5 means big change. Tell me about what the news is. Something new. It's something new after you've spent a lot of time thinking about your current situation with the Four of Cups, not liking it, being over all of this. This is it's heavy. It's kind of nasty energy. You know, it's heavy. There's conflict, or there's drama, or fighting. And the Four of Cups is like you've just are completely over it. It might be a breaking point. It might be a breaking point that says, now this is what's going to ultimately point to the end. It was disappointing. Something about the whole thing was disappointing. So tell me about this connection. This connection could be new person. Okay, you're going to have many choices, many options here. And the Devil. Okay. And the Devil. So I'm going to have to say there is something. So here's an offer with the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom. So a couple things that I'm getting with this, actually a few things that I'm getting with this. Seven of Cups can be a card of escapism. It can be, it can be like when we have regrets in our life where we have turned to vices, or we have turned to things that we know aren't good for us, or that are controlling, overly controlling our lives in some way. But there's also this like, well, the intent was a means to escape. Ironically, it just gets you more trapped into like a prison type situation in your life. The quest for escapism. So for some of you all, that's going to be the message, is that there's good news here about overcoming a devil energy in your life, or overcoming a specific vice. Now you can look at the devil though as strategic planning for something here in the material realm, right? So if you're strategically planning, and they're telling you to choose carefully with your plans, not all of these options are necessarily clear. What's happening here? And it could have to do with the person that you're ending things with. And so I'm saying there's a few different messages. This could have been a very controlling person. It can be somebody who has a very dark side to them. They could have really been always trying to mess with your emotions. And so that might be why that you're over it and have decided to end something. So the rich girl archetype, man or woman, being in those energies here is saying that you're worthy of receiving more, and that's what you're going to receive. And it's knowing that. Knowing how you want to be loved too. Tell me about the new path. It's child and the rider. So it's a new manifestation coming to us. So this is something you have manifested, this new path. I have the cross. I have this. So I feel like it's saying that you have sacrificed a lot, but you're being led on a divine plan here. Your spirituality and your faith, especially with the Neptune card, is really important to keep at this time, or to be strong in. So the path is a divine path. The path is a path that's paid for you through divinity. So yeah, okay. So you could be really. This card flew into the scuba diver card energy. So deep thoughts is like when we have a desire to know what's really going on with ourselves, we go very deep. Yeah, and really examine how we're feeling, how we're thinking. But also, this is a person, they're holding a book, and there's Cupid, a little golden Cupid up there that looks like it's hitting them. So there could be a secret admirer energy here too, that has a secret because of the book being there, about thinking about you a lot. We're not telling you that they're thinking about you a lot, but somebody is. You know, a sign would be if you keep thinking about somebody too, like as if you already know of the person and you don't understand why they keep popping up in your head, then it could be that there is some sort of telepathy going on, or that they're thinking of you at the same time. Oh, the heart and the great fortune. I think this is going to be a really loving, beautiful new experience for you after what you have been through. Grateful. I just get the feeling like you're going to be very grateful. Yeah, because this card is about receiving gifts, maybe even lavish gifts from a benefactor, somebody who really wants to support you. Kind of looks like it's coming out of the blue here. Bear, great fortune. Theft looks like it's in the reverse, but so like I do feel like this experience that you've been through, there's a lot of deception, kind of took a lot from your energy. Yep, it will be given back. They're wanting me to tell you that with the mice in the reverse. Both of these cards is like somebody's taken something from you, or like I say, this like vice or addiction issue. It could be that was taking a lot from you. if that's the case. Whatever it is, there was an energy that was pulling on your energy and not in a good way. Everything's going to be given back to you. You will recover. Coming out of an unhealthy situation, one that where you felt trapped or bound in it, could be more in the mind. Lacking freedom, feeling like you're lacking some type of freedom. Something that's happened over and over. It's this unhealthy situation. It's happened repeatedly over and over. And now I have marriage coming out. I have things that you don't see coming out of the clouds. I have things that you don't see that are coming. So, and it's this rising above. It's this overcoming feeling. So good news. Good news for you. Yeah, jackpot. 77. Oh, not 77. 777. Goodness. Angel number. So this could be an actual, it looks like it's going to be a romantic relationship coming in, but there's a tie to money also. And getting rid of this toxic energy. It's a partnership for sure. 2 and 333. So 2 says you have a great talent for finding solutions. Your intuitive, unbiased nature allows you to see all sides of any situation and advise others towards the most fair and beneficial outcome. I am diplomatic. And 333, you are being called upon to use your gifts as your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. So live your truth and be a positive light to others. I am powerful. That's what I have for you, Gemini. Sending you love and light. Bye.